They say money is not everything. Bro, I don't want everything. Give me money.
That is K.O. Baba Johnson, an entrepreneur, conference speaker, event host, and comedian who is absolutely crushing it. When you talk about entertainment in the south part of Nigeria, K.O. Baba is one of the first 5 names that comes to mind. The question is, how did he get here?
You're never too big for marketing.
What was like the first major money you made from comedy?
3,000 naira. I had a roll-up stand that would say, please, let me
Anchor your next event.
Let me anchor your next event. Clean, coordinated, and classy. I will put the roll-up stand for the entrance of the venue. Who will collect my number.
Now, in this episode of the Entrepreneurs Connect Show, we talk about a couple things. Number one, we talk about how he started his journey. We also talk about how he started making money. Now, we also talk about how he sells out the biggest event halls in Port Harcourt. And we talk about how he found his wife eventually. Now, there are a lot of other things we talk about they're going to find out in the show. So I want you to sit back, cross your legs, relax, grab your pen and your notepad because you're in for a jolly good ride. Now let's get to the show. All right, hello once again and welcome to the Entrepreneurs Connect show. And today we have an amazing guest, an amazing personality in the house. His name is Mr. K.O. Baba Johnson. How are you doing, boss?
Okay,
welcome.
When I look for an interview and then they say, we have an amazing guest. I need a believer because what do I tell everybody?
Every guest they're amazing now. We know the people we know are amazing.
We have one foolish person. When I tell them mind, we have one short person.
All the guests are amazing there.
All of you are amazing.
Of course.
So let me manage it. Just like others have been managing that I am amazing. So happy.
Welcome, boss. We're just going to have a short gist and conversation and all that. But what's your real name, I beg? So for context, I've been following you since like 2014, 2015. Yeah, one of my memories of you, aside your usual banters with Katie Numbere, is during the elections. Even on this show, he has to banter Katie.
That's mad.
You have to say apart from those banters, and one of my earliest memories of you was the elections in 2015 when you took a picture of yourself and said, I'm out here to perform my civic duties. God should protect us. Me, I'm like, all power belongs to you. I'm not coming out to vote. Where could I do? So what's your real name?
Okay, so my real name is Johnson.
Yeah,
Johnson Benjamin. Johnson. Yes, K.O. is from my native name, Koko. So I had this friend named Tuna K.O.
Okay.
Named Tuna Koko. Yes, my own. So we're growing up, we started calling ourselves K.O.
Oh.
And a lot of persons started calling us
K.O.
as well. And from there, when I started comedy way back, I just added MC to it and I was answering
MCQ. Oh.
Until one day I went for an event, I think, was it Pastor Shino's book launch at Algate or where? I went for an event and right there, somebody just said, as I'm the MC, please tell the pastor. He said, are you the MC? The MCQ. I said MCQ. He said, is it MCQ Baba? I said, yes. And the Q Baba just enter.
The Baba just enter.
I started using MCQ Baba, but with time I now moved the MC. Too long. And I had to build that brand around K.O. Baba. But really name remains Johnson. But for business purpose, people just call me K.O. Baba Johnson. Yes.
Nice, I see. So where does your story start? Though? You have to tell us a little about your life growing up and all that. How was it like?
Okay, I'm a Job boy. For people who have been to Port Harcourt, you get Job is like a dwelling bar, just like a ghetto area. One of the ghetto spots you find in Port Harcourt. But well planned, well organized.
Yeah, actually.
Talented persons there. And we also have schools, mortuary, banks, market, police station around you. So I don't know if you're watching from far, but the beauty of it is while I was living in Dew, I had this belief. I'm going to put up a billboard next year because we are hoping to do TEDx Dew in Dew, and the billboard I want to put around Dew is simply to change the narrative as myself and a couple of persons have been doing. So I live in Dew. I was born in D-Line, 80 Street. We moved to 30 Mole Street in Dew. From there, myself and my other brother moved to 97 Akokwa. Then from one room, now for now, one room I did start comedy. So as a comedian, my story of how I became a comedian is too long. But I was a radio boy in a shipping company. And I remember as a radio boy, I started doing a lot of reading of books. My first book I read in my life is Over the Top by Zig Ziglar. I read the book. I moved to other books. Then I started reading Ben Tracy books like mad.
Brian Tracy.
Yes. Brian Tracy books now like that. I don't forget some of the names. So 26 Habits of Self-Made Millionaire, Peter Frog, Psychology of Selling.
Yeah.
Just the goals. I was eating Ben Tracy books like say tomorrow no day. And so when the company was not functioning as much as they should function, I started teaching gradually.
Oh.
So I've always been an entrepreneurial person. So I wrote letters, type, I was submitting to companies, let me come and speak to you.
To your staff, really?
One day, this guy, Mike Ikuria, I love to meet him. I really love to meet him. I'm looking for him. Mike, please, if you are watching, I would like to just meet you. Then he gave me an opportunity to come speak to his staff. And it was so good. I went again, 10,000 naira, and they paid me that time.
What year was this?
I can't remember the year. But I know that it was huge. Because where I was working, I was in about 8,000 naira. So from that one speaking, he gave me 10,000. I went to a couple of places to speak to. I went to healthcare clinic, Healthwise clinic. They give me 5,000. Started speaking. As I was speaking, I started MC. Now, as I was MC, I was very spontaneous and funny. From there, I grew into a comedian to cut it short. So, as a comedian, I made money. My younger brother was a DJ. We now moved to 34 bedroom, which was a 2-bedroom flat now. One you take one room, I take one room. Then we'll get out this thing. That's where I stayed. And I was studying my comedy. I bought my first car from that spot. I moved from that spot to other jobs. Lived there. I moved to the next spot. I'm trying to wrap up the story, but the beauty of this is, with all this, I love to work.
Did you ever see yourself becoming a comedian from like
No.
small? Even they do comedy from small.
No.
Oh.
Musicians are lucky. You know when somebody say want to be musician, you don't really get name. Omoba, boy this, boy blue, spare this, hip hop this. You can call yourself Pop Biggie, Pop Daddy, Pop. So the musicians wake up with that consciousness most times that I'm going to do music. So I met a little boy. I said, "What do you want to be?" I said, "I want to be a comedian," and I was pleased, happy. I wish now. Boy, was they say now? I don't know, but the parents may likely want to change it because they want to crack joke. But for the musicians, most times when you move from a teenage to a youth, you know you want to do music.
Yeah.
Now, 90%, I can say it, 90% of the people who are comedians don't know say they will be comedian. You just see yourself being funny, see yourself with the microphone, one thing later or that they are paying you because you are funny, and because of that, you don't get work. Yeah. So it was not. I don't want to say it was. I don't want to use coincidence or this thing, but I want to also say that when I wanted to become a comedian, I was intentional about it.
Okay.
It was a case of people say I'm funny. I'm anchoring events for people, and people don't they call me and they go and say, "Why don't I do this thing like this?" For years, it has happened for like 3-4 years, and I said, "Let me get into this thing," because I was doing motivational speaking, low level then, and I had to stop speaking. When people call me, I was speaking in several full gospel different chapters in churches, in companies. I said, I need to speak again now. I'm a comedian. Sometimes I will still go speak and do my comedy.
Yeah.
But I just want everybody to know me first.
As a comedian. Oh, I see.
I lost money. A woman met me, a lady, to be precise, a lady. One day I went to Kel Technology. We've been friends for months talking. She said, please, I've been wanting to ask you one question. I said, what's that? She said, do you used to do, like, go to office to train their staff? And they say, yes, before. I said, before. Have you been to so and so company? I said, you worked there? She said, no, have you been there? I said, yes. That was one of the first companies. I said, Jesus, I took her. Because it's one day people were discussing that. If they listen to you, that you are very intelligent, the way you talk to people here, clients here, you are so brilliant. I was telling them that you resemble one person. I said, what happened? He said, why did you stop speaking? So I used to tell people there is one small boy. That boy would be bigger than fella. He said, you have disappointed me. We laughed over it, but I had to move into it. So when I grew to a point as a comedian, and then I know that I have travel phobia, I don't travel. Yes, I know, I'm not gonna lie. I was driving to the airport, my friends were going to Ghana, I turned back for food. I have
Are you serious?
on road, on air, on this, I have that phobia. My friends say I'm my biggest career on too, but I agree with them. That's why I'm able to see me go to Lagos to perform. I just want to stay there. Yes, but I think for 2024 I'll change it.
I beg.
Yes, that doesn't mean I'm going to travel.
What was like the first major money you made from comedy?
3,000 Air Force Base. A lot of people have heard this story. My friend is Christopher Sika called me for a wedding, Air Force Base. And funny enough, I've been doing comedy for years. People were not paying me. Some they'll give me 100 naira transport. People were not paying me. And I was enjoying it. And the manager, I see they push my team, they go. Not minding how they were treating me. I was still pushing gradually until particularly my friend called me and said, but one of my guys get wedding next tomorrow in the fine MC. How much? I said 10,000. He shot 10,000 for waiting now.
Which year was this again?
How do they keep this? I saw him, I told him my next show I want him to help me invite the couple to my show. I will give them a table and their family. Yes. I saw him 2 months ago at the Cholo Heights Hotel. I shouted, I said, yes. Remember the couple I MC wedding for me? He said, yes, he remember them very well. I said, I want you to help me. That particular man and wife and family, I meet you and I'll give them a table for my show. I want them to sit on that show because I've done several events, I've MC'd. A lot of persons are not paying me. Don't be saying that the first money I get, but someone will give me 500, 200. So I'm going to ignore me, I'm going to carry myself. Some I was
right, they give you food, cha?
Yes, sometimes they will just give you food and drink, but not be today and I start to hate. But on this particular case, from 10,000, the guy said 1,000. I said no. Yeah, it came down to, I'm going to do 5,000. He said no. He came to 1,500. I said, you did 2,000. I came to 4,000. They call back. Say 3,000 laughs. I said, bring that. Yes, effort based like that. Then I went there, I gave my best. So if you're watching this, be so prepared that when opportunity comes, you can go there and show them excellence. And that show of excellence can help you excel with more opportunities. So that was like my experience. So I got in there, a lot of persons called me from that spot.
Okay.
A lot of persons, and I was so committed to this job. I used a little bit of arrogance, like, I don't get commented card. If I just finish, I don't enter more to the go. In those days, when I go for event, I don't leave early. So I coming out.
Greeting people.
Giving you my numbers. I had a roll-up stand that would say, please, let me
anchor your next event.
Let me anchor your next event. Clean, coordinated, and classy. I will put the roll-up stand for the entrance of the venue. Who will collect my number. Now, Because you feel you're big, you're not giving out number, but you're not big, you're never too big for marketing. You're never too big for sale. Yes. It might just be personal for me, but I will not forget that 3 times.
When did you start taking this thing seriously as a business? Like, oh, I'm going to quit everything and then I'll focus on this business and make it the business that pays me.
I don't keep dates. But it will be up to 15 years, or which not more than this. Because I think in the early 2000s.
Now, what did you do in that time from when you started deciding to take it as a business?
I was working in 1999. I was working in a shipping firm as a radio boy. So from there, the company, like 2-3 years later, had some issues. And over this time, I was very good with my studying and just anchoring for people. But I can't say I was professional then.
Yeah.
My first complimentary card, you will even see comedian, you will see Q, Baba, motivational speaker, master of ceremony, mega humorist. I had it right because I was cracking jokes and creating jokes. I entered comedy with my jokes. I can't say I started with my jokes because Yona Obumadu inspired me. I watched Yona anchored one of the conference we had at City Council, and I fell in love. I said, boy, see this man. And my elder sister had a birthday. I did stand up, and even from that first day, I did 1 or 2 spontaneous things that people love, and I started anchoring. When my friends have birthday, I will MC them. My church gets something, I will MC. Then get concert, I will MC, and I was doing that for a long period of time. To the point where I said, I was having more MC jobs than speaking jobs. So why don't I just focus there? And I made up my mind. I told my elder brother still, okay, one day I wore shirt and tie, I'm not talking, with jean and cowboy. My brother told me that I'm not supposed to be dressed like a motivational, I'm someone who does motivational speaking.
Yeah.
I said, I want to switch and put more effort in comedy. In answer, they said that. I said, you want to do more of comedy, fine. So what my elder brother started doing for me, if you ask him to design, because he does printing, he would design a complimentary card and print for me, and they would give me the complimentary card to be shared. Stewart Godwin, that's why I can't. I know before I get my prize, but you see that one, he was now taking my career too personal. Yes, too personal. He was also doing marketing for me, referring me to people, telling people, my younger brother, and this. Yes. But the point where I made the decision, that's what I want people to say. I'm not saying you can't do too many things. Like I multitask, I'm a workaholic. Workaholic. What I mean is workaholic. That one way is sleep. One way besides I end this one, I don't start another. Like we just finished making Nigeria. I have fixed event for Sunday. The day with the mayor. As we finish that event, another one. So, like that. So, guess what? I'm saying this to everybody. At that decisive point, be focused. Don't attempt too many things at the same time. Like me, I have to say, no more of this. Let me focus on this.
Yeah.
So, I took comedy to a level before I started going back to conference speaking. To a level, because people can't invite me based on who I be. Yeah, please come and tell us how you made it as a comedian. How did you start from nothing and you have this, I've done this, I've done this. At that level, I could go back to speaking. And at that level, I could even charge 6 figures and people were paying for it. So, there's nothing wrong about doing too many things, but there's something wrong where you allow one to distract one. 9, consult for big companies. I manage events. I do sales training. I do marketing training. Now I had the time to go to school and finish school. All of this was because at that entering point, I could focus on what was the core. I built that core competence around that particular area. Yes. So anybody watching me, please don't attempt too many things. We're at your startup level. Don't attempt too many things at the same time.
You're known for clean, classy jokes. How is there a reason for that?
Yes, because my background also matters. everybody knows me as a church boy. My late grandfather was a pastor. My father was a pastor.
Oh, we have similar.
Yes, so we have
Nice.
I have five. We have 5 guys in our family. I'm a 4th boy. So 3 of my elder brothers are all pastors. That's how to tell you why it is. And I'm somebody who understands value. There are a couple of things I can do. Obviously, they hungry me, but there are some things where I feel too easily and things I don't feel too easily. So when I started comedy, I asked myself, the first 2 comedians I can remember seeing performing in church then was Dan Dimorosa.
Yeah.
I can remember in particular watching Life Plus Community and I saw them perform. So I was having conversations with my friends. A lot of comedians don't perform in churches. Why they be like that? So they would tell me maybe they fear the kind of joke within the crowd. So one thing lead to another thing. I noticed when you try to break into an industry, you must have a niche. And for me, that niche was like, do comedy, be clean, be classy. Don't let people just know that you're not vulgar.
Yeah.
Yes, so I started pushing that. When I tell you I'm a comedian, I tell you I'm a clean and classy comedian. Every other person say they are comedians, only me. When you see these 2 words together, when you see these 2 words, clean and classy,
Yeah.
and I put those 2 words together, and I used that to push my marketing when I started my career. So a lot of churches, when they say they want comedians, they get one guy in the clean and classy. When companies wanted to invite comedians and they say they are organic, they want hear everything. We are inviting you. Our boss says he needs a comedian that can do clean and classy. So I built my brand. I created that niche, and that niche over time has worked for me.
I see. So right now, how do you make money?
Funny enough, comedy is not my even. All of a sudden, like I tell people, say when you're starting, I was built in a very sophisticated way. Like I'm on my creativity, they mad. Sometimes I feel sleep for night, wake up, people they me like say I don't need think plenty things at the same time. I'll begin right now. It's that kind of level. So I grew my career to a point where I now had to diversify. So presently, I own a marketing and a media company.
Oh.
Yes, and then
Is that the Talkaholic?
yes, that's Talkaholic. Yeah. Okay. I started Talkaholic like a group of comedians. Okay, I was growing. I was very determined. So I've done comedy for like 5-6 years, and I was trying to put a couple of young boys on my page and everything. They all had this problem. They all had issues about complaining, about lack of support, lack of mentorship, lack of this. So on a particular day, I on Tugo then, I have this young guy, Chris B, who used to chat me. He used to tell me about wanting to support, advice, and I was doing that. I was supporting Chris B, I was advising him to go. One day they invited me to perform in a church. I saw him perform too. And in the course of his performance, he used one word, fuck up. And the church did a reaction, but he still did his joke. He finished, I said, I need to talk to you, come and see me. And I spoke with him. I think this language, this. I want you to be close. And I drew him closer. And from him to Joshua, there's Joshua King.
Yeah, I know Joshua King.
Very close to me then. And Joshua King was doing comedy too. Sadly, maybe Joshua will be watching there for the first time. We attend the same church there, Winners Chapel Delight. So somebody was talking down on Joshua. You know when you say this boy some negative things. So I tried to defend him, and then I asked him to come and see me. Joshua now had one chick he was working together.
I know watch it as well.
So I came together, I brought them together, and then I called them to talk about it. And I started talking to them, started having meetings, we started praying, I just put them for my show.
Yeah.
Everybody I had on that crew, I made sure they were not good enough. Yes, the crew were building. I was just gathering comedians where I feel that they know they too good, but I'm patient enough to see them good. For that crew, I now had GSN, I had Akbarukun, and I had Apanukun Pastor Kenny. I was doing a comedy show for only pastors. So Apanukun stepped in. We've chatted with each other. He has chatted me on Facebook. Because me as a comedian, when I started comedian, they do show well. And so a lot of comedians want to make friends with me then. Because even they do show well, they go feature me well.
Yeah.
Yes. So Apan finished performing. Pastor Kenny asked my pastor Kenny, who is this guy? I said, I know him on Facebook. We chatted. He won't tell me saying they come around. He's adding to your crew. That's what my pastor said. I said, okay. And I told Apan, see me. The next time I invited him for a alcoholic meeting. So it was just a group of comedians. So all the comedians, when they were also doing their shows, they were also doing alcoholic present. Yes. When they started doing their show too, like the Port Harcourt naysayers will always do. I had people telling me that, why they allow this boy to do show? And actually, they go on that way. And I said, no. Everybody knows. I like to see people.
Yeah.
I don't care when I'm for my own detriment. That's my person with that. I rather starve when people eat. Because sometimes I feel say, me I feel endure my hunger. I don't know whether that person feel endure hunger. My hunger feel killer. So make me will trust myself, make I stay hungry. But that one I don't know making chop. So I started supporting them, encouraging them to be doing their own shows, create their own brands. And we were pushing and it was going and it was getting bigger and getting better and better. When I wanted to move, long story, I don't know if you tell people how many halls that I don't use. I've used almost all the halls that looks like halls, apart from community halls in this town to do gig. Because I was doing shows like every quarter. I need to cash up. Ujaga, Dan, Rinze, Enter the Love, Romeo without Juliet, they would all differ. And I've always been a business-minded person. So catch up with this, my colleague. I need to be doing events.
Are comedy shows that profitable?
They are not when you have lacked knowledge and don't know about marketing. They are only profitable when you understand the business of comedy.
How does it work?
The business of comedy is, I need to look at, if I open my phone, you will see list of the richest people in Port Harcourt that I know definitely like entertainment. Because I have that, if I do a show, it's like my prospecting. Okay, let me start from my lead generation. Most of us are marketers, so I understand this thing well, so I feel free to talk. So when I want to generate my lead, it is easier. I take my lead generation, I move to prospecting, and now create my marketing plan. I might likely be the only one who do this for this now. That somebody wanted to sponsor my event. I wanted a partner for my last show because the budget was too big. I sent to somebody, the person was doubting. I forward my marketing plan. The person said, Q, I never see person do show write this thing before. So I've never seen like saying this is my marketing plan. They describe how many people, where you want to put the people, how many tickets you want to print, where they go sell them, who and who go sell them, and why you want to sell to these people. So a lot of comedians still don't understand this business. So for them, it's about pay hall, get people to come perform, crack joke, struggle. Yes, so they don't have that consciousness of I need to.
There's a whole lot of intentionality that goes in from the
intentional. You know, Aztec big, you get. So I've used event center plenty. A lot of people say, do use Aztec now, use Aztec. And that's what they were telling me, and I will be laughing. Because let me do show pass for the whole state. Now me they tell you, say this place big. When I now attempted Aztec, first we done the start publicity. COVID come. We shut down. The next day we were starting that COVID, this thing will come again. Governor come pull lockdown. I said I'm not going to cancel this show. Instead of 6 p.m., I changed the time to 2 p.m. The listing was by 7. The coffee they said by 7 p.m. I was even lucky. Okay, 6 p.m. I was even lucky close to the show. The governor adjusted the time to 8. And now at that level, when I did that show in Aztec, people were standing. Lockdown. So I told myself, when it got to the next year, because I know the effort I put, I hired staff. Every other venue, I was using volunteers. For Aztec, we put out publicity. We want to pay 40,000, 50,000 for 1 month. come and work with us. I paid for an office space in Soho Hotel. I brought my friend. We interviewed persons, graphic designer, digital content people, telemarketers, PRO, put everybody on the payroll. That's what I did. So the effort, I knew what the effort would be. At this level, I will tell you, comedy should be profitable. It was profitable. The car outside, by that show buyer. You get that particular show buyer, the car outside. Now, when I moved to the UI, it was bigger.
Yeah.
See, all the things I talk, I didn't intention.
What was the crowd like in Aztec? How many people?
Aztec is like maybe 2,000 capacity. So the place was filled, some people were standing. When I got to UI is 5,000 capacity, but when you put your table,
you're just small. Yeah.
So you may likely have, take off 1,000 from the capacity because the table fits, bring you down. But the same thing was happening.
Do people literally buy those tables? 2.5 million, 5 million?
But not everybody pays sometimes. That's reality. My first outing in the UI was a bad business. I was marketing with fear. And I had people who don't deserve my tables, where I give. And they didn't pay me.
Oh.
They know very well that inside the UI is millions of naira. They love the show. My hospitality as a comedian is like the best in the country. You buy your table, the drinks, the chops, everything you see there. I have a table that even offers you an apartment if you can't go home. You understand? So they know very well. On my ticket is written money back are guaranteed. You don't enjoy the show. So people know all these. They come, they know. So last year, when one or two of them called me, I wanted to find out how to. I said, boss, you go buy regular. The man laughed. I said, don't pay me last. He said, I'm just saying, don't worry, last 6 years, I didn't sell. People buy that table. For us in Port Harcourt, comedy is the strongest sub-sector, that creative
industry
system. More comedians who have that attention when they want to do event than musicians.
So why? So I'm wondering. So people in the entertainment comedy industry, they start rising to stardom, and then they move from Port Harcourt to Lagos.
Yes, that's what everybody should do. That's what.
Why you move?
Over 1,000 people don't tell me that. I'll be richer, bigger, popular if I move to Lagos. Sorry, I'm saying this. I'm saying it with confidence.
Yeah.
But I'm a mysterious person. I can say it on camera that I'm a mysterious person, and I know how to be contented, like as human being. Lagos is the hub. Lagos is where it's happening. Even the posts you make on social media, if you post it on, if you post the same thing in Lagos, the views go past with that one. Algorithm, they know. They never enter bus, enter flight, So they know all of this. It's the hub. In Port Harcourt, activities happen Friday, Saturday, Sunday for you as an entertainer. In Lagos, it's Monday to Sunday. Let me say Monday to Monday. As it is. All the corporate headquarters are in Lagos.
Yep.
So when they sit down to make a decision and they want to use an entertainer,
they have to take people that's within. Oh, so
anybody who moves to Lagos, first you do yourself a favor. You give yourself that advantage. If you don't move to Lagos or you don't want, like those of us who feel that I'm a social entrepreneur, that I'm going to sit here. If I move, do you know how many upcoming comedians and musicians that will lose confidence? The number of boys who I speak with, on the average, every month, I speak to within 10 to 20 comedians. I speak to people who want nearly commit suicide. I speak to people who don't change business. I spend money, they do these things. Let me just take it. That God wants me to be here for that purpose. Yes. But moving to Lagos for any entertainer is a good move. It's not a bad move. Now, when you move to Lagos, because a lot of persons there, the number plenty. When you move to Lagos and you want to go there and be lazy, you will come back and meet us. When you move to Lagos, your mindset, it isn't here. When you move to Lagos, the mentality must suit that particular location and industry. The competition is high.
Mm-hmm.
The demand is high, no doubt. But people should also know the economic principle, like that they hire the demand, they hire the supply. Yes, so a lot of persons leave Port Harcourt to Lagos. And this thing I hear, they're going to come back. Come on for house only once. This thing I hear, they're going to just do it. No, right there, you have to go there and you understand that first, as an entertainer, you are an entrepreneur. Which most people who leave this place to Lagos.
That's profound. First, as an entertainer, you're an entrepreneur.
They don't know that. And then, if you also want to grow, you can also network with people that are already there. When you are going there, go there with content. If a comedian if a comedian go to Lagos with 10 plus original jokes that are very strong, and you now network with people and they hear this joke, they will definitely carry you along. They will support you. The same thing with a musician. The same thing with guys who do graphics, who go to Lagos and they meet a popular artist and say, I want to design for you. And the design is like, wow, that's how it should be. They build relationship, and that relationship now so that you will feed the entire different ships for the area. Yes, but for me, I do not want anybody to say I need to go Lagos anything.
Yeah.
Yes, it's about me. Yes, it's about me. 5-7 years ago, somebody said, AY, say me to discuss with AY. If I say you will do AY live, I just thought, beg. What? I no get power for travel. Yes, it's about me. It's not about anyone. But you see that Lagos. If I'm in Lagos, I will be 10 times bigger. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying it with confidence because I'm.
Don't you think you should attempt at least shuttle Port Harcourt and Lagos?
I think next year I'll do a show at Museum Center. Yes. Now, because I say I will do a show at Museum Center, you find out before then I've done travel several times.
Yeah.
I've asked Museum Center and Terraculture. I want to know the numbers. The people that I have in Lagos. I need to do my marketing properly. Which pastor will help me sell? Which CEO will help me? How many persons? When I plug them together, can I get up to 1,000 persons? And how early will I start? Where will I do my publicity?
Yeah.
Which community can I use? And say, this is our person. Is it conscious? I've done a show in Dubai. It was the same thing.
Oh, nice. Wow.
My guys from Redeem, they're the same persons who pushed the show for me. Yes. I didn't make money from the show because I don't want to talk where we had to change hall last minute.
Oh.
Because it was so obvious I know if you fill the big hall.
Oh.
And the other hall was too small. I didn't have that kind of money. Money I get now and if I don't get them. I just woke up and I said I want to try something else. I know that next year I'm looking at Lagos and UK.
Makes sense.
Yes, to just add it to the equation. That's what I'm looking at.
Makes sense. Businesses do you run right now aside, comedy and all that?
Comedy gives me the most money, and but what comedy has done for me has given me that brand. I've built a lot of social capital, and comedy giving them for me because a lot. So I run a company. I was talking about the colleagues at some point. It moved to a point that we got into event management with Talkaholic. We moved to a point that we got into marketing and branding with Talkaholic. We started doing things for companies. I started having companies say want to do this publicity, and they will bring a budget. I have full-time staffs, and I still have my staff. If I put them together, it will be about 40, but about 11 might be full-time. My 11 workforce then worked on full-time. So we do marketing, we sell, we manage event. The next event we are managing is a music show, Dance Man on Fire. We're working for Grafton's Record. We also manage conferences and there are conference and concert. We need a near wedding and birthday. We need a near wedding. One person could tea first and food. One they toss him a YouTube. Yes. So I make a lot of money from Talkaholic Unlimited, the event that we do, the marketing that we do, the PRO that we do, the advertisement that we do this a lot, and we are busy, so busy. Like when I mean busy, I just employed 5 more persons.
Wow!
Because before we were there like 6, but I had to bring in 5 more persons because we've been too busy. Busy. When I say busy personality. So that makes me see you, Abi.
So
Yes,
see you at unemployed.
see you at unemployed. Unemployed. Maybe see you. Yes.
So listen to your personal life, right? You've built this big brand, Kill Baba, and all that, and then it's time for you to get married. But you know, it's the whole fame and everything. It's often difficult for entertainers to find a partner. So how you take find a wife, boss?
No, it was difficult too for me. And if you miss that timing, it becomes more difficult. Like, I know that when I got married, first I tell myself, I don't go marry until I don't go show for like 250, 300. That was me. Because I just feel, say, if I go show, then 250 now na rubbish.
Yeah.
Then, about 7-8 years ago. If I can do 1 gig for 250, then I take that 1 gig, I can spread it and manage my family for 1 month. Yes. I was even lucky. Less than 1 week after 4 days after my wedding, or 3 days after, I had a gig for 400 gig. That's how beautiful life was, because I've been telling myself like that. But you know that in my head, if I missed that timing, it would be more difficult. Because I will not say marriage made me bigger or more popular. No, never. Because I'm not even a popular person. I don't chase popularity.
You're popular.
No, I'm not. I don't even chase popularity. My peculiarity and prosperity, those two things in my head. I want be different. I want make impact. I don't want get money. They say money is not everything. My brother, I don't want everything. Give me money. Give me money, man. I don't want everything. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't want to talk about my relationship, but what I want to talk about is I know the qualities I was looking for in a woman. I'm not a spec. I don't care about pictures, flat chest, but I know I would like girls with beautiful face and intelligent brain. I like girls that have shown you that they are enterprising.
But features are not bad, Cha.
They are beautiful face.
You know bad now. You can have this and that.
Yes,
you don't have to fight.
Yes. Honestly speaking, if a man who says he loves girls that have big bum,
God bless Africa.
Yes. And in concert for somebody who get them. You see, this will play me. So I don't want to put myself for that situation. Yes. But I know about the beautiful face. I was conscious about it. When people say your wife is beautiful, now I was interested. I need that beautiful face.
Yes, sir.
Because when I suffer comment, I don't want to see.
You know to.
I don't want to see
the vex.
Say I want to if I go, now my wife, I don't want her like that. It was new, and my thought was different. But then I also know that I will need care with the very ras in matter beautiful, intelligent, and you would miss somebody could say fear of God with a little spy of ras. But my wife is not ras. Yes, that's what I was looking for there. So I have an ex that used to match that beautiful face and ras, and but don't get my wife enterprising level. Then it's a good thing now. She too should not marry somebody where they like him. She's as introvert as her, so she don't marry themselves. But don't try to test too many women when you want to get married. Yes, because you will never see that perfect match. So test very few. Like date, not going to use test when I would say I talk about open legs. Like don't try to. This one don't pick up. You don't another one. Don't pick up. My decisions about relationship were. I talked to my church girl one day. I said somebody say for this church. When I changed church, come this my house on the road. I told myself that because I don't want years I did get break up. Come date and I want kill the carry our church girls. So I don't want. So I told myself say in this church there are too many beautiful girls. When I want to marry, I will go outside. You cannot see any of my church girls will say, "You don't date me before." But I've been so close to a lot of people. We talk. support each other. I just dey mind my business, they go. That's how because I don't want that attempt. So please, the idea of trying to date too many persons within a short time is a
Doesn't make
distraction.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of entertainers make that mistake. And they date it, this one make you vex, this one make you vex, this one, but it's a mistake. I'm married early. When you don't sense, say,
When you be married early?
in terms of age, was not early, but in terms of my career,
Okay.
and because I would have even gotten married before then. I had a breakup that I need to start afresh with somebody. So outside that breakup, why I need to start afresh was that I also told myself that there's a particular amount of money. It's a good thing that you wake up as everywhere I don't table now. I do a gig for 1 million naira. It's a good thing that my family can breathe.
Yeah.
And I can still do charity because I like to do charity. It gives me peace of mind. When you do charity, your mind will tell you, say, child, if somebody tell you thunder fire, you don't go walk. Like, so I can't say it was early, but what I can say, it was a good time for me.
Makes sense.
And a good time for my wife too.
This mayor of Port Harcourt's name, where did it come from?
Benny Odumo.
Benny, I know Benny.
Hey, Benny Odumo. We were complaining about a lot of issues we were at it then. We complaining about issues in the country. We just talk. We got into Port Harcourt discussion. And I was talking, Benny and some person, I said, man, Baba, you this, I wish that you be governor, this thing for this state. But two things, I say your ideas. I said, and I'm right, I can still say it. The people in power, with the power, who they're supposed to do? They're supposed to do street, some supposed to even do prison. The ones who supposed to do power, and then they street, and then they prison.
Okay.
That's how sad. So we talked. So the governor has announced local government election one day. So why the governor announced the local government election? Benny just did the graphics to play with it and sent me the graphics. Vote K.O. Baba for mayor of Port Harcourt. I saw the graphics. Benny next he posted it in less than how many minutes. When we posted the graphics, it don't reach like over 100% share. Somebody called me from UK. Are you serious? I'm going to send you money. Women called me. Like, I will tell you, my phone didn't ring. Are you serious? You mean it? Somebody called me, sir. My friends want to come and meet you for a meeting. We will not have the resources to these people, but we can just do strike. From joke, the whole thing don't turn. Only they called me a few days later, said they were having a meeting. Their family, his uncle was talking about it, that they're not happy. I need to be careful. And then they answer anybody. They called my wife and everything. But funny enough, when I saw the booze and I said, this thing is good. And I told Benny, at the point, Benny considered, Benny said, well, let's try this thing. Let's shake these people. See, cost in the receipt. I even talk to my campaign manager.
Do you think you're ever going to politics though?
Yes, I will, but not now. I will. So I now turned the mayor of Port Harcourt thing to mayor
to your
of
show.
Yes, there's Port Harcourt, there's Pitaqua. So if I say I'm the mayor of Port Harcourt, the guy didn't have a fear. But when I said I'm the mayor of Pitaqua, he's the mayor of Port Harcourt. Everybody gets in lane. Everybody gets in office. So I decided to turn it to a comedy show. I used that boost. Then people say a comedy show. So when I said it was a comedy show, some people say, wow, why now? Why is it a comedy show? Why? And yet, still on Don't Rush, I didn't do the show immediately. I would have done it immediately, but I wanted to do the show in that step. But then
Yeah.
So guess what? I started posting using Mayor Pitaqua. I started talking about Mayor Pitaqua. I said, I'll give you a show one day, Pitaqua. This is the title of the show. I used like 2-3 years. And I did the show. And it was a subtitle. Because my comedy show then, I used to call it Kill Baba on Duty. So when I use this subtitle, you overshadow the main subtitle and the title now. Now they think of how we carry move away from the mayor of Pitagua. It is hard. So Ben Odumo, I can't talk about that Brown without
mention Ben a senior man.
Yes.
Nice. You mentioned earlier how if you want to market your show and all that, you have a contact of some people that have money, and how are you able to do all those networking, manage relationships, and all that?
It is not easy, but it's very, very possible when you just know people. I teach sales and marketing a lot, and I tell people one of the ways you can enjoy more sales is brand loyalty. And you need to also know that the people where they buy from you, you're supposed to get their number. They're supposed to know how to reach out and make them remember, say, are they here? So most of those persons, when I hear they have, I charge, no doubt. When I hear they have birthdays, they have wedding anniversaries. Look at me, I turn up. I do that. I consciously build relationship. I use the power of generosity to build relationship. A lot of people are rich, but they will appreciate a 50,000 naira gift. You'll be shocked. This man is worth 50 billion naira, and then you give this man 50,000 naira gift. The man will appreciate that. So I do a lot of things to sustain my relationship, and then every year I consciously go out to meet people. I can just ask you, I need 10 names of 10 people. I tell my staff, I need names of 10 persons that can pay 2 million naira for something, and they like entertainment. When they give me the contact, I will intentionally build relationship. Which church this man they go? Look at me. If that their church is doing something, I will tell them I will perform just because of that man. Also, and sometimes I will reach out to them and say, I'm going to perform your church site because of you. I do that a lot. I intentionally build a relationship. Not just do I build relationship, I try as much as possible to give referrals. I don't give big men contracts. I don't give them referrals. Because they also have their business. So if you are adding to their business, when you want them to come support your business,
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I do that a lot.
Wow. I also see that people get events, you go just seek it with your stroll inside.
Imagine I have a guy who sells cars, and then I gave him 1 or 2 plugs. He sold his car. And when it was time for my show, he bought my ticket. He just say one good turn deserves another. And that's what I want so many people in the creative industry to know. Everybody supports you have a business. If you can't support them, if you can't, look for people that can afford what they do once in a while and push it out there. I have my one of my major supporters sells gas. So I would do free publicity for him and push out. And one time I did billboard for him.
Wow.
Tell people to buy gas from him. I said, that's how it works. That's what we must learn to do. I influence for people. When people who have supported me over time ask for it, sometimes I do free, sometimes I do very cheap. So that's how it works.
Makes sense. This conversation has been so amazing, and we have come to the end of the conversation, by the way. But just before you go, like one last word for the people watching us.
Then they advise people. Okay. Yes. We're now in the area is a knowledge economy that we're running now. To a large extent, what you know is what will determine how much you earn, how much people can pay for your services. So I beg people, please acquire more knowledge. Our generation, when our Gen Z, God, man, the emptiness is too much. Yeah, the emptiness is too much. Sadly, that word Z doesn't mean zealous. It means zombie. So you just see people just doing that, using that Gen Z as an excuse. And I think that there's a word written here, Kenzie, that you must improve continuously. So anytime I have to advise people, I don't know what to do, music, comedy, business, you run any kind of form of business, service-based, product-based business, import, export, that particular line of business where you did, strive to know more so that you can do more. Because the more you know, the more you do, the more you will get. That is the truth. and you're watching, I'm saying, please do not play. Do not joke with it. Do not joke with knowledge. Do not joke with capacity building. Do not joke with continuous improvement. It will help you break new ground. Scalability is what we talk about these days in business, but it's not possible without these factors. God bless you.
Oh, thank you so much, boss. This has been one insightful, amazing session.
Wait to grab my phone. Before that,
I don't say I don't be on that.
my hand will go like this. Hey, how can I stay without touching my phone?
Wow, really?
I can't go to Big Brother. If I will come out 24 hours.
You say Biggie, no vex. I hate you again.
I don't give my phone. If you don't give my phone, get out.
Oh wow! Thank you so much, boss. Thank you. You can cut. We are done.